Have you ever wondered why some people seem to work so little, yet live comfortably and abundantly? Meanwhile, others grind day and night, take on extra shifts, sacrifice their health, yet still struggle with bills and financial stress every single month. The harsh truth is this: hard work alone isn't enough anymore. We were taught that effort equals success. But in today's world, society doesn't pay for sweat, it pays for value. You could work 12 hours a day, but if you're in the wrong direction, wrong model, wrong timing, all that effort is simply burning away your youth. Meanwhile, the wealthy may only need one right decision, one solid system, and then let money work for them. They don't trade hours for dollars. They let value and systems create income. So where does the real difference lie? This video will guide you to the answer. Together, we'll explore the common myths about hard work, the difference between working more and working right, and most importantly, how you can break free from the exhausting cycle and step onto a path that is smarter, more sustainable, and truly rewarding. Welcome to Different Thinking, a channel where we learn how to work less but achieve more, live freer, and grow wealthier. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see money and your own career path. We grew up with a familiar belief: as long as you work hard, you'll succeed. It sounds noble, fair, and it has carried generations forward. But once we step into real life, we realize a harsh truth: hard work alone is not enough. In fact, sometimes it can even trap you. You can see this clearly around you. A factory worker puts in 12-hour shifts, working weekends too. A driver stays on the road until late at night, exhausted from endless miles. They work harder than most of us, yet they aren't any richer. Why is that? Because today's world doesn't pay for hours worked, it pays for the value you create. If your hour is spent repeating low-value tasks, then whether you work 10, 12, or 16 hours, the outcome won't change much. This is the first misconception: believing that hard work is enough. In truth, hard work is only the necessary condition. The sufficient condition is working hard in the right direction. If you use a shovel to build a sandcastle in the middle of a storm, no matter how determined you are, it will collapse. The second misconception: thinking that more hours mean more wealth. If that were true, then manual laborers, factory workers, janitors would be the richest people on earth. But the reality is the exact opposite. The market doesn't care how many hours you put in. The market only cares about the value you deliver within that time. Someone may work only 2 hours a day, but if they've built an automated sales system serving thousands of people, their income will far surpass someone working 12 hours a day without leverage. The third misconception: believing that juggling multiple jobs is wise. It sounds logical: multiple income streams equal safety. But in reality, spreading your focus too thin often leaves you without depth in any area, making it nearly impossible to create meaningful results. Imagine a farmer who grows mangoes, raises fish, raises chickens, and also sells lottery tickets. He does many things, yet his income is unstable. Meanwhile, another farmer focuses only on mangoes, improves his techniques, finds export markets, and his income can be 10 times greater. These three misconceptions form an invisible wall that keeps many people stuck, believing hard work is enough, believing long hours bring wealth, and believing juggling jobs is wise. Only by facing them head-on can we break free from the endless loop of working more but staying poor. The question is, are you stuck in one of these three misconceptions right now? Picture two different lives. The first person wakes up at 5 a.m., works at their company all day, takes on freelance gigs at night, and spends weekends driving rideshare or selling online. Their schedule is packed, leaving almost no time for rest. Their income covers the bills, but savings never seem to grow. The second person is different. They work online about 4 hours a day but run an automated system that generates income: affiliate marketing, digital products, or e-commerce platforms. The rest of their time is spent learning new skills, investing in assets, or building a team. Their total work hours are much fewer, yet their income is 3 to 5 times higher. Where does the difference lie? First, in the money model. The work more person trades time for money: work an hour, get paid once. If they get sick or stop working, their income stops too. The work right person chooses leverage, A system that runs even while they sleep. A product that sells repeatedly. Or content that can be replicated. Second, in the value of time. The work more person is tied to repetitive, low-value tasks. Meanwhile, the work right person focuses on high-value work, consulting, creating, strategizing, investing. Their time is worth more because they choose the right activities. Third, in energy management. The work more person is constantly exhausted, sleep deprived, and stressed. They sprint all day but never reach the finish line. The work right person knows how to rest, recharge, and focus, so every hour of work becomes exponentially more productive. Fourth, in long-term results. After 5 years, the work more person is still in the same place, busier, more tired, and with higher living costs. After 5 years, the work right person has built assets, real estate, stocks, a personal brand, an online system, and finally, control. The work more person is controlled by their work, endless deadlines, demanding clients, pressuring bosses. The work right person controls their work. They choose projects, partners, schedules. They're not just working, they're designing their life. So the question for you is, which one do you want to be? The person who's always busy yet stuck, or the one who works less but lives freer and wealthier? The theory sounds convincing, but maybe you're wondering, does this really happen in real life? The answer is yes, and to help you feel it more deeply, I want to share 3 true stories, 3 ordinary people who completely transformed their lives when they shifted from working more to working right. The first person is Min. He used to juggle 3 jobs at once, accountant by day, rideshare driver by night, and online seller after midnight. Each day left him only a few hours of sleep. And yet, by the end of the month, there was almost nothing left. Min was exhausted and on the edge of giving up. One day, by chance, Min stumbled across a video about affiliate marketing. At first, he thought it was a scam, but curiosity pushed him to learn. 3 months later, he earned his first passive income, about $80. 6 months later, $300. After a year, $600 per month. Min no longer had to drive late nights or sacrifice sleep. Instead of selling his labor, he began building a system. The second is Hong, a seamstress in a small town. She worked hard, had loyal customers, but her income was stuck around $600 to $800 a month. Her capacity was limited. Every day was spent at the sewing machine. One day, her son suggested, "Mom, sell online and make videos teaching sewing." She laughed at first, doubting anyone would watch, but she gave it a try. 2 years later, Hong was no longer just a seamstress. She became a content creator, selling sewing courses, sharing patterns, and reaching customers everywhere. Her income multiplied, but more importantly, she no longer had to hunch over a sewing machine all day. The last story is Nam, a real estate salesman. He was talented, making hundreds of calls each day to close deals and earn commissions. But he realized something: if he stopped, his income went back to zero. One day I asked him, "Have you ever recorded your sales knowledge?" Nam was surprised. Who would care? Nam gave it a try. He started recording videos sharing his sales tips, wrote an ebook, and opened small mentoring groups. After a year, his income from teaching sales matched his real estate commissions, without making a single cold call. Nam shifted from being a property seller to building a sales system. 3 stories, 3 very ordinary people, but they share one thing in common: the courage to stop, to change, and to learn how to work right. These aren't just the stories of Min, Hong, or Nam. This could also be your story, if you dare to step out of the cycle of working more without moving forward. Each stage of life is like a different stretch of the journey. At each stage, we have unique resources, pressures, and opportunities. The key is to work right for the season you're in, instead of applying one single formula to all. In your 20s, most of us don't have much money, few connections, and little experience, but we hold one priceless asset: the courage to try. Your 20s aren't about being rich, they're about learning how to build systems. This is the time to master digital skills, writing, design, video editing, online advertising, and building a personal brand on TikTok, YouTube, or blogs. Don't rush into a safe job just for security. Instead, choose an environment that challenges you, where you can learn, experiment, and lay foundations. Failure in your 20s isn't fatal, it's life capital you'll carry forever. Entering your 30s, pressure builds. Family, children, finances. This is no longer the just try stage, it's strategy time. In your 30s, you should turn your accumulated experience into products, writing an ebook, offering premium services, starting small businesses. Most importantly, it's time to learn how to invest money, small real estate, stocks, or your personal brand. If your 20s were about grinding for experience, your 30s should be about converting that into assets. This is the turning point, from employee to entrepreneur, from earning through labor to earning through intellect and systems. By your 40s, many think it's too late to change. But in truth, this is the stage of harvest and preserve. Your 40s are no longer about doing everything yourself. They're about optimizing, cutting the unnecessary, focusing on high-yield activities, delegating, and accumulating lasting assets. Some people only start investing at 45, or launch their first business at 50, yet still achieve financial freedom. This proves that age doesn't determine success, your mindset and strategy do. A 25-year-old living like they're 18 is falling behind. A 45-year-old working right can surpass a 30-year-old working wrong. So the question isn't, how old am I? But rather, am I working right for the age I'm at? Here's a sad truth. Many people aren't poor because they didn't try. They're poor because they made mistakes and fell into subtle traps society sets. What makes these traps dangerous is that they look normal, even admirable. The first common mistake: measuring success by income. Some people make $3 a month but spend it all, with nothing left. Others earn only $1 but save, invest, and gradually move ahead. A high income doesn't mean wealth. Wealth is when your money creates more money. The second mistake: chasing trends without seeing them through. Today it's TikTok, tomorrow it's drop shipping. The result? You know a little bit of everything, but nothing deeply enough to break through. The third mistake: not separating yourself from your work. You do everything yourself: sourcing, shipping, customer service, content writing. It sounds impressive, but really you're chaining yourself to the job. The moment you stop, the cash flow stops too. The fourth mistake: having no financial roadmap. You don't clearly know how much you earn, spend, or invest. You live by feelings, so your money leaves by feelings too. Beyond mistakes, there are subtle traps. Take the steady paycheck trap. You have a stable job. Salary comes every month. You feel secure, but that steadiness kills your drive to learn, expand, or change. When layoffs happen or illness strikes, you realize you were never safe. Or the busyness trap. Your days are full of meetings, emails, messages. You take pride in being busy. But busy doesn't mean effective. It just means your work is controlling you. Another trap is waiting for perfect conditions. When I have money, I'll start. When I have time, I'll learn. The truth is, you'll never feel ready. The work right people start where they are and adjust along the way. And the most dangerous of all is taking pride in endurance. You think you're admirable for enduring pressure, unfairness, exhaustion, but really, you're trading away freedom and dreams just to survive. The work right people don't take pride in endurance, they take pride in escaping it. These mistakes and traps don't make you poor overnight. They drain you slowly, until one day you realize you've lost time, energy, and opportunities. And by then, it's often too late to turn back. So here's the question: are you stuck in one of these mistakes or traps right now? The wealthy aren't rich because of luck. They are rich because they possess strategic mindsets most people either don't have, or don't consistently live by. These mindsets are like a compass, guiding them even when they start from zero. First, they don't chase money, they make money chase them. The poor think, what can I do to earn money? The rich think, how can I create value so money comes to me? They build systems, brands, assets, and let those attract wealth. Second, they know exactly where they are and what they need to upgrade. The rich track themselves like a business project: what skills they lack, who they need to connect with, what knowledge they must learn. They don't drift, they constantly self-audit and improve. Third, money is a tool, not the destination. The poor make money the goal, while the rich use money to buy time, freedom, knowledge, and connections. That's why they willingly spend on books, courses, mentors, or services that save time. Fourth, they always think in systems. The poor do one thing and get one result. The rich do one thing and multiply it tenfold. They don't just record one video, they repurpose it across platforms. They don't just sell once, they build customer lists for repeat sales. Fifth, they don't judge, they analyze. The poor say, they're just lucky. The rich ask, what did they do to get there? What strategy is behind it? They study, learn, and apply in their own way. Sixth, they create positive pressure for themselves. The poor seek comfort, the rich set deadlines, commit to communities, and challenge themselves to grow. Pressure doesn't scare them, it sharpens their focus. Seventh, they choose difficult but high-value work. The poor like easy tasks with quick rewards, while the rich pick hard work done once that opens doors later, learning new skills. Building systems, investing long-term. Eighth, they keep a long-term vision. The poor quit after a minor failure. The rich treat failure as a test. They look beyond 3 months, 1 year, 5 years. They don't beg for slices of bread, they build the oven. Ninth, they invest heavily in themselves. They know assets can be lost, but knowledge and mindset cannot. The rich buy quality books, learn from mentors, join intelligent communities, and work with people smarter than themselves. And finally, they remain steadfast even when misunderstood. The poor are easily swayed by criticism. The rich know they don't need mass approval, they only need to stay consistent with their chosen path. These are the strategic foundations that allow the wealthy to go further. And now, what about you? Out of these 10 mindsets, how many do you already live by? Many people may think, sounds good, but I have nothing. How do I start from zero? The truth is, starting from zero isn't a disadvantage, it's a fair beginning. What matters is how you move forward, not where you currently stand. Step 1. Build a foundation of mindset. Read books on finance, business, and soft skills, not to memorize, but to shift perspective. One good book can replace years of blind trial and error. Step 2. Choose one high-value skill. It could be writing, design, advertising, programming, or video editing, anything that generates online income, freeing you from location or time limits. Step 3. Start earning small. Do freelance work, sell simple digital products, take on small projects. Don't underestimate your first $100. It's proof that you can turn skill into income. Step 4. Create a system. Don't stay a freelancer forever. Turn your work into a system. Launch a website. Build a YouTube channel. Grow an email list. Automate processes. This is how today's effort keeps paying you tomorrow. Step 5. Reinvest and expand. Once you earn, don't spend it all. Use it to learn new skills. Run ads, or hire partners. This is leverage, turning small work into a business, and personal projects into long-term assets. Step 6. Diversify income streams. Once your first system runs, add new ones, financial investments, real estate, or other products. Diversification isn't about distraction, it's about protecting yourself from risk. Above all, persistence and adjustment. Most people don't fail for lack of opportunity, they quit before results show. Those who go far aren't the most talented, but the ones who endure repetition and adjust at the right time. You can start today, with the phone in your hand. A small skill, an imperfect idea. What matters isn't having enough, but starting. So here's the question. Are you ready to walk from zero toward freedom? Looking back at the whole journey, we realize something simple. Success doesn't come from working more, it comes from working right. Hard work is necessary, but only when it's in the right direction can we escape the endless loop of, the more you work, the more stuck you get. Working right doesn't mean it's easy. It requires facing truths, breaking old habits, and stepping out of the comfort zone. Yet it's those small, brave steps that open the door to freedom, wealth, and a more meaningful life. If you feel stuck today, remember, you don't need everything to start. You only need to start with what you already have. Every right decision, no matter how small, compounds into a massive difference in just a few years. And that's the mission of this channel. Different thinking. To help you see life from a new perspective, so you don't just work hard, but also work smart, and work in the right direction. If you found value in this video, hit like, subscribe, And share it with the people you care about. Because who knows? You might be the one planting the seed of change in their lives.